Hello and welcome to today's episode of Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's the 7th of January in the UK and in Thailand, where I'm broadcasting from. And in the news, a bunch of um, a bunch of Nazi stormtroopers have stormed the Reichstag. Sorry, I mean the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., trying to keep Donald Trump as their authoritarian leader. Um, I'm sure you'll remember that one if you're looking back at this from a future time. And on the same day, it seems, although I'm not sure it's been confirmed yet, like two Democrats have been elected in Georgia for the Senate, and so hopefully things will move a little faster in US. That's what's happening now, but let's put all of that out of our minds as we start to focus on our Zen, because today's level is hard, so we're hopefully going to need our concentration. We've had a couple of easier ones in recent days. So as I said, I'm doing this live, so if you hear long pauses, sorry, that's me thinking. Let's have a look and see what we get. Right, what jumps up at me first of all? First of all, I see a 1 in this bottom left-hand corner, because I see a 1 coming down here like this, and a 1 going down here, and a 1 coming across. For some reason, that took my eye. What else can I see? In that same region, I see a 5 coming down here and a 5 going across in this row. So 5 in this column down, 5 across this row. That only leaves 5 as a location here. I'm assuming that you already know the rules for Sudoku. If you're playing at hard level, it should mean that you've digested the rules already. But very quickly, 1 to 9 in each region, 1 to 9 in each column, 1 to 9 in each row. One time only, of course. I can see this 6 working its way across this central row and leaving only that location there. The missing numbers are 4 and 9. Not going to help us very much, I think, at this stage. Right, okay. I could put them in. May as well. Nothing else is going to go there. It may remind me of something later. Let's see if anything else jumps up at me. Yep, something is jumping up at me. It's these 8s. I can see this 8 running across this top row, this 8 running across this bottom row, and this 8 down this column here. And so clearly that's the only possible location for an 8. And we've already got 8 blocking here. You know, your eye will really be guided. You tend to look in rows and columns. You know, your eye just kind of, how to explain it? Your eye just tends to move in that way after you've played Sudoku for a while, I think. And so, of course, again, looking at this, we can see 8 across this row, 8 across the bottom row, 8 down this central column. There's an 8 here, like this. This is hopefully stuff that you should know how to do already. It's going to leave us with some 8s in the top, which I know we can't do anything about, because, okay, there's 8s up here, 8s up here. So it means that this column is going to contain 8, and these 8s are going to, this 8 in the central row is going to block the middle square. So I'm going to fill them in now, because I know that there's nothing else that we can do about those 8s for now. We'll have to wait until later. Okay, let's see what else is. Let's get back and forget that for the moment. So 8s are done. What else is calling out for us? What's missing here? 2 is missing and 9 is missing. Is there anything helpful there? No. Oh, sorry, 2 and 7. Nope, 2 and 7. Nothing really useful there. Okay. Okay, I see something. 5s go across this row here, which means that 5 has to be somewhere along the top row. Excuse the noise, the traffic noise I have to contend with. 5 going across this top row here. So back in this central region where 5s are missing, we can see no 5s from here, no 5s from here, and we have 5 in this column, 5 in this column. So this is the only space that's available for 5. We can fill that one in now. In this central region here, there are 3 numbers missing. Missing numbers are 1, 7, and 9. The 9 clearly can't go here, so that's a pair. 9, 9. The 1 can't come in this square here, so that's a 1 and a 1. And the 7s could come anywhere. So my own notation about filling in candidates are that I put in pairs in the top left of the square, 9 and 9 here in the top left, 1 and 1 in the top left. But because 7 is not a pair, there are 3 possible locations. I put that in the bottom right hand corner. This really helps me a lot later on because I can find pairs much more quickly. I think many people just put numbers in any fill in candidates in any order, or sometimes in a specific location like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like often appears in computer Sudoku puzzles. But for me, that makes it more difficult to find pairs. It's not impossible, but I just find it more difficult. So, okay, that's my own method. Okay, looks like I have a feeling today's puzzle is going to be slightly more difficult than it has been for the last few days. So that's a good thing. Okay, I can't see anything. I can't notice. I don't have. Oh yes, of course. Okay, 5. Sorry, 5 runs across this row. 5 runs across this row. 5 runs up this column. That's the only location. Again, blocking, blocking, blocking. That's the one place we can put a 5. I find it's much more important. It's very important, I should say, to fill in the easy ones first before you start writing in the candidates. You know, some people just start writing in all available candidates at the beginning and then start eliminating. And I find that to be it's too taxing, really. I can see 4s going across this row, sorry, and across this row, and so that has to be a 4 there, of course. Okay. All right. I have a feeling that I have seen as much as I can see. That's very easy now. Okay, let's try. I think I'm gonna fill in this region here. I have a feeling, I don't know why, just I'm drawn towards it, no specific reason. So let's begin. First numbers that are missing are 1, so there's no 1 in this column here or here. 2 possible locations for 1, so excuse the noise, background noise if you can hear that. I'm not sure if you can, but try to ignore it. 2, now, okay, so 2 is missing from, blocked from this column here, but also because we know that over here 2 is a pair here, all right, because look, 2 blocks is blocked from this row and blocked from this column, so 2's here, 2, so we know 2's have to go in this row here, but also blocked from appearing here, so there's only 2 locations for 2 here. Since we're doing this, I wonder if this is helpful. There's a 2, yeah, look, there's 2 across this row here, and there's 2 in this column here, so there are 2 possible locations for 2, which is here or here, so that 2 can't be there anymore, and so that has to be 2 because we knew that that was a pair. Okay, does that help us in any way? These 9s, we need a few more 9s to help us out a little bit, I think, here. 7s and 9s are sadly lacking here in this puzzle. Those are the ones that are going to take us all the way. Right, okay, let's see what else. 1, 2, 3s can't come along here. 3's up here, anything stopping that? I'm just going to do this 3's here. Sometimes you need to move away from where you're focusing on just to double check things. 3's can't go in this row, they have to go in this row, and so that means they're now reduced to this row here. So that's a 3, and that's a 3 because of the 3 in this column here. Doesn't affect anything here. Okay, so back here, so that can't be 3. 3 possible locations for 3 here, here, and here. 4, 5, we've got 6, can't be here. And again, 3 possible locations for 6. 7 could be absolutely anywhere, we have no idea. And while we're at it, I think 9, 9 could also be anywhere, absolutely anywhere. So 7 and 9 is missing, so 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9. Okay, if you want to do a quick check that you haven't made any errors, you'll notice there are 3 squares here, and there are exactly 3 numbers, 1, 7, and 9, that have to fit in here. So there's a kind of double check that we haven't made any mistakes so far. Right, let's come over here. 2 we've done already. 3's that can go here, here, or here. 4, 5 we have already. 6's are blocked because of this column, so go here, 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 and here. 7's come up here from this column, and so there are 3 possible locations for 7. 8's we have already, and 9's can go anywhere. 9 is our tricky number today. Alright. I've no particular preference as to where to go next. Bottom row, top right hand corner, much of a muchness, I think. Let's just carry on down here for now then. So okay, so we have 2, let's try this section here. 2 is going across, hold on a second. 2 goes across this row, 2 goes up this column, so that's a pair here. So now if we extend this down, 2's coming down in this column, 2's all the way down this column, and 2 in this row here. That has to be 2, which means that that can't be 2. The 2 must be here, like so. Don't forget to remove the candidate Otherwise we might try to add it again later if we don't look carefully. I've done it before. That also tells us that 7 can't go in this row here. So 7 is now a pair here, which is useful because it means that this 7 is no longer allowed. And that leaves us with only one candidate, which is 9. Thank God at least we've got one 9. And that means we have to remove our 9 from here. So we have 1 and 7, 1 and 7 here. But it also means we have to remove our 9 along this row. Okay, like so. And that's something at least. Also it means that okay, now 9 is forced into the top row here, right? Because it's not here, top row. That means that there can't be 9s along here, like so. 9 we can remove as candidates from here as well. So we know that 9 now is actually a pair. So I'm gonna move it up to the top left because it makes it easier for me to see. I know that 9s are a pair here. It didn't remove any numbers from here, so we still don't actually know which is which, but we can understand that we have a pair here. And just to double check, we have 7, 6, 3, 6, 3, and 7, 6. So those are 3 squares with only 3 numbers. Okay, let's come back down and see what we were doing. So now we have 1. Yeah, let's see. 1 is blocked from here and here. So there are 3 possible locations for 1. That's here. 2 we have, 3 we have, 4. 4. Okay, we can see there's no 4 allowed here. There's also no 4 allowed here. In fact, we can fill this number in. I've just realized there is only one number remaining now, right? That's 7. So we can fill that one in right now. Need to think any more about that, and of course remove that candidate there. And also let's now consider that this 7 now leaves a pair of squares here in the bottom. And if we think we have 7, 7, 7, 7, it means that no 7 can go here. So we know that 7s are forced into these 2 locations. This has to be a pair of 7s. Do you see that? In this column we have 1, 2, 3, could be anywhere, here or here, 4, 5, 6, but can't have 7 here. And I noticed that because we have 7s in these rightmost, in the central column and the right hand column. It's something that makes you look, and so 7s have to appear up here. Okay, let's come back to this. 1, 2, 3, 4s can go here or here or here. 5s are in here. 6 6s have 3 possible locations. No, sorry, 2. I apologize. 6 is actually a pair. It's got to go here. Okay, 6, 6, 6, like that. 7, 8. The last number is 9. Now, if we extend the 9 down this column, we know that 9 is a pair across here, like so. Which is great because that means that 4 is the only number that's left here. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yep. So 4 has to go down here, like so. So let's get rid of it as a candidate here and here. And we know that 9 is the other missing number here. So 9s, 9s, and 9s are the candidates here. 7 and 9. And because we know that 9 is blocked from this square, and we know that 9 is blocking this square here, this has to be 9. Do you agree? Okay, let's look at that again. In this column, 1, 2, 3 is missing, 4, 5, 6, 7 is missing, and 9. So 3, 7, and 9 can go in here, here, or here. Now we know that 9 is in this row here. That can't be 9. 9 can't be here. That has to be 9. And since we know that that was a pair, that has to be 7 going there. And we know that that's a 3. And we also know that this is a 3 because that was our missing number from here. That's helped us a little bit because we can get rid of the 3 from here as well. And in fact now 3 is a pair here and here, like so. Okay. We can find out these missing numbers. We know what's missing. It's got to be 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is missing. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 and 5, let's just have a look down. Yep, 4 extends down this column, so we know which is which. That has to be the 4. That has to be the 5. And if we go up, we can see what's missing here. 5 and 6. 5 can't go here, so that's 5. That's 6. Okay, so that's going to help us a bit when we look up here. 6 is going across here, 6 is going across here. So that leaves us with a pair of squares here, 6, like so. Okay. I'm going to stop and just look around and see if there's anything that's easy to find down here. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. I can see only one place for 6. So I'm looking at this here. I see 7, 9, 1, 7, 9, 1, 7, 6. But we can't have a 6 here now. That's not possible, is it? Okay, let's get rid of that 6. And so 6 has to be a pair here now, is that right? 6, 6. Okay. Alright, so if you notice, we've got a pair 3 and we've got 6. So that means we can get rid of everything else. We know that that's 3 and 6. It can't be anything else. It's a 3 and 6 only. So now we've got 9, 7, 9, 7 here. 1, 7, 1. Okay. To me, that makes it a lot easier. Especially now because I know that that's a pair. And I can see 3 and 6 here as well. So 6 and 3, 6 and 3. That's the only possible location for 7. So let's fill that in right now. Okay, remember, if you have 2 squares with 2 numbers in a row, in a column, or in a box, that's it. Nothing else can go there. So now we can remove the 7s from here. Okay. We've got 3, 6, 3, 6. Right, okay. Did that help us down here? We've got 7s. Not much, but I'll put in that pair of 7s up there. Still scanning around just in case I see something useful. 1 and 7, 1 and 7 here. Do we have, make sure we haven't got any other 1s and 7s along? No. Okay. Okay, I lost my concentration a little bit here because I had to answer a telephone call, but let's try and get back to it. So scanning my eye around. Okay, I don't see much. So let's carry on. So maybe let's see what's missing from this region. 1 is blocked from here. Okay, 1 is blocked from here, so, and 1 is blocked from here. So we have a pair of 1s here or here only. 1s here or here. Two, 3, 4. 4 has to be a pair because we're blocked from this row. We're also blocked from this column, so that's 4 and that's 4. like so. 5 we have already, 6 we have already. 7s can't go in this central column or this central row here. Apart from that, there are 3 possible locations, so 7s could go here, here, or here. 8s are blocked up here, and up here. Oh, we've got 8, sorry, silly me. And 9s we have already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Well, as we can see, 4 is soloing there, so we can put it in. That's the only candidate in that square. 4 goes in immediately. And will that help us? Let's see, 4 is going up here, 4's along this central, so it's a pair up in this region here, like so. Okay, and so let's fill in the missing numbers. Oh, is there anything here useful? 2, 6, 7. Something I should have noticed before. I overlooked it, I missed it. I've just realized there is a 9 coming down this column. I filled this 9 as a pair, but I didn't look carefully enough. I missed a 9 from this column here, so in fact 9 goes in here already, like that. Silly me. That's 6, 1 and 6, 1. I apologize. Okay, back over here. I mean, actually, one thing is that if you do miss a number like that, that's okay, you can come back and fill it in. The problem is that if you fill in the wrong number, as can happen to anyone, I think, sometimes, if you make a mistake. I think if you do make a mistake, if it's very early on, maybe you'll have the chance to kind of go back and just rectify that mistake. But the problem is that if you've gone halfway through or a third of the way through and you make a mistake and you haven't spotted that mistake, and you've gone further, usually it's really difficult to undo that mistake. It's probably best to just print a new puzzle or click reset on the computer and start again. Okay, let's see. 1 is done. 2s can't go along here and can't go up here. So there are 3 possible locations for 2, 2, 2, 2. 3s, we've got already. 4s, we've got 5s. 6s are blocked from this column and blocked from this row. So there are 3 possible locations for 6. That's here, here, and here. 7s we have, 8s we have. 9s can't go along the top row or this row. So no 9s along here, no 9s along here. Nothing coming up. 3 locations for 9. That's 9, 9, 9. Guess what? Our 2 is the only possible candidate here. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, I've done all of the numbers there. So that's a 2. And then let's eliminate 2s here. When we do that, we're left with just a 6 there. And if we look across, I think we can easily see that, of course, that's a 2 and that's a 1 because there were pairs there. Okay, and now there's only one 6 available, which is here, and that means down here this has to be a 1 because it was 6 and 1. That has to be a 6. This 1 is turned to 7. That has to be a 1. And in the top here we're now left with 8, 7 and 8, 7 in this column. Okay. Right, what else is going on here? 7, 7, 2, 2, 2, 7, 4, 4, 4, 9. Okay, this one extends here, so that is a 1 because that 1 was a pair, so that's a 1. That can't be 1 now, so that has to be 7. Okay, 7, can't be a 7 here. The missing number from this row is 9. 6, 3 is still there, 6, 3 is still there. 9, this 9 coming down, can't be a 9, has to be a 7. That has to be a 9 there. Okay. Right. So we are doing quite well. We haven't got there yet. There still might be some trickiness just at the end here. Hold on a second. This 2 that I filled in before was there were a pair of 2s here. And so hopefully you see how this using the top left to right pairs makes it easier to find numbers. If these numbers were just written in this square in any order, I think it would be much more difficult to find. That's what I believe anyway. Okay. 6, 8, 4, 9, 6, 9, 6, 7, 4, 8, 7, 4, 8, 7, 6. Okay, so now that the 6 is along here, we have to eliminate 6 here and the 6 here. And when we do that, we're left with 9. And when we eliminate the 9 here, we're left with 6. And when we eliminate the 6 here, we're left with 3. And so that's a 9. Let's get rid of those 9s. This 9 extends down. 9, 4. Okay. 4 can't be here. That has to be 7. 4 is part of a pair. It's here. 8 is a pair. So the 8's here. The 3 is here like this. 8, 7 now. 8. Oh, we're almost there. 6 here. And 3 here. 6 blocking it here. And 3 here. Okay. So a hard level puzzle done, but not a really super hard level puzzle. It didn't need any X-wings or anything like that, as is often the case. Just careful observation and following the numbers around, and constantly looking across the grid, trying to let stuff hit you. I think that's the thing with Sudoku. When you first begin, you're looking very intently at the numbers, but I think after you've played it for a while, the numbers tend to come back at you. You get a feel for the game. That's a weird thing to say. It's a kind of extra sense or something like that. Not that I believe in such things, but I don't really know. It's just practice and familiarity, I guess. Okay. God only knows what horrible things will be happening with politics tomorrow. But let's hope news focuses more on the vaccine that we hope to roll out across the world in greater numbers, so we can get rid of this horrible pandemic that we're faced with right now in early 2021. If you're looking back at this from a later time, we were suffering. Everybody was suffering. People with the disease in a terrible state, and of course many people dying, and people who didn't have the disease suffering in other ways, from being stuck at home or forced into unemployment, etc., etc. Okay, thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed today's Sudoku. See you again tomorrow for another one. Let's hope they go for super difficult or something like that. Thank you very much. Bye.